It happens. It's like every time it happens. Okay, so let's do this now. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to start recording this bad boy. What I'm gonna do here is get rid of this. Right. Fine. That. And then let's go over. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so basically the English version, you scroll down to the Spanish version. So you can go back a little bit. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. Let me share my screen again here. All right. Perfect, guys. Here we go. Okay, so some of our important stuff are in these bullet points. All right, probably one of the most coolest one, and I'm super excited for, is that we are returning to 5 days a week, and so that's our first bullet point right there. So, what's up, buddy? Did you have a question? Okay, next time right there. Okay, all right, good. Okay, so returning 5 days a week. As you can see here, we are now starting school a little earlier, 15 or 30 minutes earlier. So second bullet point right there. School starts now at 7:45, and now we end at 2:20. And again, that's on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, which that means Wednesdays are still minimum days, which I have it right there from 7:45 to 11:50. Did you move that bench? There we go.
Okay, entonces, estaremos, ¿quién aquí habla español? Solamente español. Quiero ver cuál es mi. All right, perfect.
Okay.
Los dos lados. Excelente, excelente. Ok, vamos a regresar a 5 días a la semana. ¿Se acuerdan que nomás eran 2 días y 2 días? Ahora van a ser 5 días. Se van a poder deshacer de sus hijos por toda la semana. Qué suave. And they're like, yeah. Like, all right, bye. Okay, pero, hijo, good news, buenas noticias, malas noticias. Va a empezar la escuela, ¿se acuerdan que empezaba a las 8:15? Va a empezar a las 7:45. Oh, so it's good. Ahorita lo digo, okay. Estamos bien. Pero va a terminar también más temprano, va a terminar a las 2:20.
Yes, yeah.
Ok, y el día mínimo es de 7:45 a 11:50. Así es que ya van a terminar antes de las 12 del día, pues que suave.
Perfect. All right, so we're going on now to our fourth bullet point. This is actually very important here. So if your child is in kinder, then you're actually going to be on a minimum day for the first, basically in August, September, and October, all the way through October 22nd. Okay, so every day is going to be a minimum day, starting from 7:45, again, that's the fourth bullet point, and then ending at 11:50.
¿Alguien aquí tiene un estudiante en kindergarten? All right, perfect. Pues la tienen hecha por los primeros que son, viene siendo hasta. Which one?
Fourth bullet point.
44. Estarán en tiempo, en horario mínimo hasta el 22 de octubre. Son los primeros que vienen siendo agosto, septiembre y luego octubre. Ok, en esos días van a estar en día mínimo y luego ya van a pasar todo el día. En ese tiempo.
All right. We'll stop for any questions so far. Any questions? Oh, yes, of course. Ms. Warren. Great question. So what about breakfast, right? Yeah, we are a school that offers breakfast to all scholars, lunch to all scholars as well. And so yes, actually breakfast begins. I didn't put that in there, huh? Okay, I didn't. Okay, so breakfast actually starts at 7:20. So actually you can drop off as early as 7:20, and then they can eat all the way up until 7:40, and then we'll have them start lining up outside and getting ready at 7:45. So 7:20 is when breakfast starts.
Muy buena pregunta. La pregunta es, ¿a qué horas va a empezar el desayuno? ¿Verdad? Se nos olvidó poner eso allí, pero va a empezar a las 7:20. Desde las 7:20 ya pueden dejar a sus alumnos aquí y traten de, cuando los dejen, paren, no me los dejen por la puerta para que no sigan rodando. Pero desde las 7:20 hasta las 7:40 va a estar el desayuno. Luego vamos a la escuela a las 7:45.
Okay. If your child is in TK, transitional kindergarten, do you have any parents that are in TK? Okay, all right. So depending, do you know if you're in the AM or PM session? PM, great. So if you are in AM, you do start right at 7:45 and you go all the way up until 11:15, okay? And then that's when you're gonna be picking your kids up right here, actually at the side door right here, because the AM kids will be eating lunch in here. Now, if you're in PM, such as yourself right here, the lunchtime for the scholars in PM, they overlap with the AM. So both AM and PM, they eat lunch at the same time, which is right there. It says 10:45 to 11:15. So that means you would still drop them off here in the front row. It's over here. Welcome into the office. We would bring them over here, and their day will officially then begin when they get here, and they'll get out at 2:20 then. Okay.
¿Alguien aquí tiene un estudiante en TK? ¿En TK? Ok, pues el TK, como saben, no es un día completo. Por si tienen alguien que va a TK, va a empezar a la misma hora. El AM empieza a las 7:45 y termina a las 11:15. El PM empieza a las 11:20 y termina a las 2:20. Y la hora de lonche va a ser los dos juntos, AM y PM, de 10:45 a 11:15.
Okay, perfect. All right. Continuing on over here. All right, and then there actually is a separate orientation for TK and for kinder, and so just make sure that you head back over here next week on August 5th at 1:30. Okay.
So, si sus hijos están en kinder o TK, vamos a tener otra orientación nomás para TK y kinder, que va a ser agosto 5, Thursday, August 5th, right?
That's right, yep.
El jueves, agosto, 5 de agosto.
Perfect. All right. And so you're going to want to mark this date down. Ask Siri or Alexa to put a reminder. We're going to have our back to school night pretty quick when we start here. I think it's always best to do it as quickly as possible so that we can get on board with the program here. So on August 12th at 5 o'clock. That's right. August 12th. That is your second to last bullet point right there at 5 o'clock. And it is going to be live here. Okay. We probably all won't be in the cafeteria because there's going to be a lot of people. So we'll probably do our big gathering outside, but then we will be going into the classrooms.
Okay, el día de back to school, el día que todos, levanten la mano si van a venir a back to school. Raise your hand if you come back to school, let's see.
Everybody should have
All right, let's see. Back to school. Oye, como saben, aquí no hacemos nada regular, va a estar bien suave. Los esperamos aquí 100% de ustedes aquí, pero va a ser el 12 de agosto. De 5 a 6, como saben, lo vamos a hacer super padre, no va a ser algo regular. Es que los queremos ver aquí. Acuérdense que somos un equipo. Nosotros solos y los maestros solos y los estudiantes solos no somos equipo. Sin ustedes, somos todos juntos.
All right, great. So that's basically our schedule right there. Let me just see if there was anything else in the scheduling part. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is just the exact same information just now in this kind of format. It's the same thing that we just talked about, but basically just looking at it right there, there's an AM and a PM session for TK. One starts at 7:45 and the other one for the PM starts at 10:45, but if you don't take them for lunch, that's fine. You can bring them in at 11:20. And then again, kindergarten is really important. You have minimum day for the first about 3 months almost. And then after that, it will be a regular day from there. Okay?
Esta es la misma información que está hablando de a qué hora suena la campana para diferentes cosas. O sea, el AM, TK de 7:45 a 10:45, el lonche de 10:45 a 11:15 y el release a las 11:15. El mismo horario que acabamos de hablar ahorita, pero es en un diferente formato.
All right, great. And then for everybody else, it's basically going to be 7:45 to 2:20. And then on Wednesdays, minimum day right there, 7:45 to 11:50 on Wednesdays. All right, cool. Any questions?
So, como dijimos aquí, todos los estudiantes van a estar de 7:45 a 2:20, menos miércoles que va a ser 7:45 a 11:50.
Okay, another thing that you guys probably wonder about is about safety protocols. Like, what are we doing now? And now that we're all coming back, what will school kind of look like here? And we're going to go over some of those things right now.
Ahorita vamos a hablar de los protocolos, cómo va a ser cómo vamos a asegurar de que sus hijos están seguros. Ahorita vamos a hablar de eso.
So some of the main differences is going to be the following. Since all the scholars are going to be returning in the classroom, there is no longer any social distance guidelines any longer. So that means that kids will be sitting normal, just like that they would in a normal class setting. So that could be within 2 feet, 1 foot of each other. I mean, that could be 1 foot, I mean. But, you know, like we do have paired desks, so that means that they'll both be sitting there. So that's one big difference right there, where they were 6 feet apart last May and April, but now there's not going to be any social distance requirement, okay?
Okay, si se acuerdan que el año pasado regresamos y tienen que estar 6 pies aparte, ahora ya no hay ese reglamento del estado de California, ya pueden estar iguales como ustedes están sentados, uno enseguida del otro, así es que la distancia no va a ser una de las restricciones.
Great, and for our online folks, again, if you guys have any questions, just go ahead and throw it in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and get you right there. All right, great. Another thing that we're going to be doing differently is when the children are inside, they're going to be still required, along with the adults, to continue wearing a mask. But though, when they go outside for recess, which is different from last year, they could actually remove their masks and freely breathe outside fresh air and not running around getting sweaty and still having to breathe in their own air.
Okay, durante que están adentro de un edificio, dentro del salón, van a tener puesto su máscara, sus estudiantes, es que van a estar todos enmascarados, incluyendo los maestros, pero ya estando afuera, ya no hay requisito de máscaras, pueden estar sin máscaras.
Perfect. As far as eating, last year we had everybody eating outside and we had like benches outside, which you guys couldn't see them out there. This year we're going to be transitioning back inside, especially because of the summertime, like it's going to be hot, right? Like imagine eating, you know, like 100 degrees. So they're going to be bringing back in here, but we've kind of spread out the lunches in a way where they're going to be still pretty much kind of spread out, but we're going to be transitioning back in here now because of the heat.
Okay, entonces, si se acuerdan que el año pasado estaban comiendo afuera, nadie estaba adentro, estaban comiendo abajo de los solar panels, acá afuera en el patio. Ahora este año vamos a regresar acá adentro porque va a ser mucho mucho calor estar comiendo allá afuera, pero vamos a poner los estudiantes las clases separadas para que no tengan que estar tan cercas.
Great. Also, during recess, the kids will probably like this now that the playgrounds will now be open. So they can play on there and they can now use the PE equipment, play basketball together, football and all that, where last year, like, they basically had to like stay with their own ball and they couldn't really play with each other. So it's gonna go from like being like isolated to now they have more time now to be playing with one another. Yes.
Will they be still sanitized regularly?
Correct, yeah, so we're gonna be still sanitizing in between the recess, and then when kids go into the classrooms, they're still gonna use hand sanitizer, or they can wash their hands because every classroom has sinks. They don't have to now necessarily only play with their own ball by themselves.
So tenemos buenas noticias. Si se acuerdan que el año pasado tenemos cerrado donde jugaban en el playground, teníamos un tipo amarillo, no podían entrar a esa área. Ahora ya pueden entrar a jugar al baladero, a los swings y todo eso. Antes era una pelota por persona casi. Ahora ya van a poder repartir el diferente equipo. Obviamente seguimos la pregunta que tiene la señora Clas, es que si vamos a seguir haciendo limpieza del equipo, y si vamos a seguir, los maestros van a seguir limpiando adentro. Tenemos también los custodians que limpian después de escuela, siguen con el sanitizing, y obviamente tenemos personas que también limpian el equipo después.
Perfect. Okay. As far as, let's see here. As far as scholars now switching classrooms, right? Because last year we weren't able to have the kids switch classrooms and like do enrichment, like science enrichment or music. But now that they're going to have the opportunity now to when they go to like science enrichment or music enrichment, then they will now be with other students from other classes. So they're not just going to only be with their scholars in their grade level in their one teacher's room, but now they're going to be able to mix. And so that was one big difference from last year, where they never mixed. They always stayed with the same kids for the rest of the year.
El año pasado, el salón de su hijo o hija se mantuvieron aislados, o sea, no se combinaban con otros salones. Este año va a ser diferente, ahora ya pues se pueden combinar, porque lo que tenemos es una cosa que se llama enrichment. O sea, enrichment es cuando uno le quiere dar más educación a un alumno para que aprenda otras cosas diferentes. Y una de las cosas que tenemos es música, también tenemos ciencias y también tenemos STEAM, que viene siendo diferentes tipos de matemáticas, ciencias, etc. Y van a poder cambiar de salones para entrar a esas clases. Ya no van a ver esa restricción tampoco.
Okay. What are some questions maybe that you're thinking right now that you're still wondering about? Because it's a lot more relaxed now. I'm coming back, and that's because the CDC guidelines have really allowed for that. And but of course, things can change, though, right? Things can always change, and so we're always responding to whatever I guess our governor says, and then we kind of respond to that. But I'm just sharing with you right now the information that we have. Okay, yes. The water bottles? Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure, yeah. So last year, water fountains were closed, and they can only do like one person in the restroom at a time. And so what's cool is that, like, as you can see back there, we have like a whole pallet of water, right? And so that's what we did last year. But actually, our school site is going to get 3 water filtration systems. And then basically, if you send your kid here with a water bottle, right? You know how like you buy them at stores, then they can just fill up the water bottle. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have one in here. I think we're going to have one near the middle restroom, and then one outside over there. And so scholars will be able to actually refill it. But to answer your question, as far as the water fountains will also be open as well, so those will be closed up. Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
Voy a traducirlo usted. So, la pregunta fue que si van a estar abiertos para que tomen agua allá afuera, si vamos a volver a abrir los baños, vamos a volver a abrir donde tomen agua, donde se laven, todo va a estar abierto. Acuérdense que estamos, ahorita el gobernador y el CDC dice que todo está seguro, que podemos hacer esto, pero no sabemos si llega a cambiar, que otra vez tenemos que regresar a lo mismo. Siempre estamos listos para adaptarnos, para que sus hijos sean seguros. Pero también tenemos, como tenemos allá atrás, muchas botellas de agua que les dábamos a sus hijos todos los días. Ahora ya vamos a tener un tipo de dispenser donde uno puede poner, le pueden dar a su hijo una botella en water bottle y ellos lo pueden llenar aquí con agua filtrada. So, si ellos traen su frasquito, aquí lo pueden llenar todos los días o pueden tomar de los water fountains también. Señora Sosa.
No va a haber restricciones, vamos a entrar a la normalidad.
Normal, menos adentro del edificio uno tiene que tener máscaras, pero afuera del edificio todo es normal.
The question was, so her question was everything?
Her question was everything going to go back to normal? No restrictions. I said, well, the restrictions that we have right now is that there's masks indoors, but other than that, it seems like everything else seems to be going back to normal.
Correct.
Let me finish.
Correct.
Let me just get 2 questions right here, and then we'll answer your question here. So one question right here says, are the temps going to still be taken when they're coming into school? And the answer is yes. As you guys walked in over here, you guys saw the big thermal scanner back there, and so that's where scholars will still be entering, and they'll get their temperature checked right there.
So la pregunta fue que si todavía vamos a seguir revisando las temperaturas de los alumnos y todos los trabajadores. La respuesta es sí. Como cuando ustedes entraron, vieron ahí que tenemos ahí el sensor ese que cuando entraron le dice su temperatura, y vamos a tener alguien aquí monitoreando eso. ¿Pregunta ahí atrás? Buena pregunta. So si estando afuera, si él quiere tener la máscara puesta, no hay problema, él puede tener la máscara puesta todo el día. Eso no hay problema. La única cosa es de que los otros niños sí se lo pueden quitar si deciden, pero adentro del salón sí van a tener todos puestos la máscara. ¿Se le contesté la pregunta? So the question was, what if there's a child that wants to wear the mask all day? Well, then we welcome that. If your child wants to wear his mask or her mask all day, that's perfectly fine. They're allowed to do that, but there will be other scholars most likely outside. They will not be wearing a mask, but indoors, they will all be wearing a mask.
Perfect. Yes, we'll go right here.
Que no trajeran la máscara. Ahora van a tener que regresar a la casa o va a haber algo, porque puede pasar, ¿verdad? Por andar las carreras que los hijos no tengan una máscara, si va a haber aquí algún extra, pues empezar a la casa.
Excelente pregunta. La pregunta es que, ¿qué tal si se les olvida la máscara? Aquí tenemos suficientes máscaras para todos los chicos. Vamos a seguir con nuestro supply de máscaras. Así que si se les olvida la máscara, les vamos a dar una máscara. Claro que les pedimos que por favor, en general la traigan, pero obviamente a todo el mundo se nos olvida y aquí vamos a tener extras. So the question was, what if a scholar forgets the mask? Are they going to get sent home? What's going on? The answer is no. We definitely have equipment here still to supply your scholar a mask. We do ask that they bring their own masks simply because, 4 or 5 masks a day runs out pretty quick. But as long as if they forget, we'll definitely supply them with a mask, not a problem.
Was there another question?
Next question.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
But how is dismissal gonna work? Are you gonna do it class by class, or are they also gonna be dismissed like normal? And also, at the end of it, as far as like, when it comes to teacher supplies, are we gonna get a list directly from our teacher? Or are we gonna get a list from the school, what supplies are needed or supplies we're gonna have to bring forward?
Great. So 2 questions right there, where one was on dismissal and the other was on supplies, like how do we know what items to purchase? And so the second question right there, your teacher will be the one that will be sharing with your children and with you. So just stay tuned with that. And for sure by back to school night, but you may get it even before that. Okay, and so that will come directly from the teacher. Now regarding dismissal, we're still working on a revised plan because our plan worked last year because we only had about a third of the kids here at a time. If we applied our same plan, it may back up traffic immensely. So we'll kind of let you guys know here in the next week in a message about how we want to do dismissal. We're kind of having a few plans in the making right now, but the goals are doing it in a safe way, but yet like an efficient way as well. So just kind of stay tuned.
Ok, fueron 2 preguntas. La primera pregunta fue que los supplies que vienen siendo el lápiz, papel, todo lo que sus hijos necesitan, que si les vamos a la escuela va a dar la lista o si la maestra o el maestro va a dar la lista. Y obviamente si ustedes quieren ir a comprar cosas con anticipo lo pueden hacer, pero el maestro o la maestra le va a dar la lista para que ustedes sepan exactamente qué es lo que necesitan para la clase. La segunda pregunta fue que si va a haber el mismo sistema de dejar y recoger hijos en la mañana que tuvimos al final del año pasado, que tuvimos la línea que funcionó muy bien, pero como ahora tenemos el doble de alumnos, porque acuérdense que nomás la mitad venían lunes y martes y la otra mitad venía miércoles y jueves, ahora van a ser todos en cualquier día, así que ahorita estamos viendo, vamos a ver si tenemos que hacer un cambio para tener un plan para que no haya una línea de aquí hasta abajo.
Perfect right there. All right, Ivan, it looks like you have a question right there, buddy. You want to go ahead and ask away?
Hi, I have a question. I have a first grader and I was trying to see if we could get information when it comes to their lunch. Are they going to be taking lunch with all the bigger kids? And then my second question is, will we be able to walk our first graders to their class the first day of school?
Okay, great. So it sounds like you want to know when do the first graders have lunch, and are they having lunch with with the bigger kids? And then are you able to walk your child into class? And so regarding lunchtime, so the way our lunches work is starts off with TK, and then it goes kinder, and then it goes first, and then it goes second, and then it goes third, and so forth. So that means your first grader will overlap with kindergarten about 10 minutes, and then maybe 10 minutes with second grade. So they will only be with the smaller kids. And to answer your question right there.
Leave the books back now. Yes, thank you.
Okay, and then the other question about locking your kids into classes. So normally we haven't really locked our kids into class, so we're probably just going to stick with even on the first day of school, you'll just walk them to the front door right here, right, like where the NPR is, and then you'll kind of say bye right there, take a cool picture, the first day of school, and then we'll go ahead and then take your child from there.
Or drop off. Or drop off in the.
Or of course, if you want to drop off, of course, right, because you can either drop off the ferry car, or if you want to walk them up there, either way.
I just want to make sure that he gets to his class because he won't know,
Oh yeah, we're gonna have lots of adults out here. They're all gonna be walking scholars to class, showing them where their classes are. Like it's asking them who's your teacher. We're gonna all have lists, and so we will most definitely make sure that your child gets to where he or she needs to be.
Okay, thank you.
Ok, tenemos dos preguntas. La primera pregunta es que si los padres van a poder entrar a dejar a sus hijos a sus salones. Y vamos a seguir lo que hemos hecho aquí por varios años, es que los pueden dejar aquí en la puerta de adelante o los pueden dejar del carro, el drop-off, pero vamos a seguir lo que hicimos, que los padres los dejan y los se van. Vamos a seguir eso. And what was the second question? Y la segunda pregunta fue de que si su hijo está en primer grado, va a estar jugando con niños o comiendo lonche con hijos de muchachos de tercero, cuarto, quinto, sexto. Y no, tenemos un schedule donde primero va a entrar kinder y 10 minutos después va a estar comiendo primer grado y luego como 10 minutos después segundo grado, tercer grado. Así es que sí van a estar en un tiempo como 10 minutos con un grado menor y 10 minutos con un grado mayor, pero no uno de primer grado con uno de quinto. ¿Sí?
So the question, are the faculty here required to be tested? Are they required to be vaccinated? What is our district policy? As it stands right now, staff members are not, that right there is actually a private matter right now. And so the faculty can either choose to take the vaccination or not. But we do offer testing every single week here at the district office. And so I think they actually do it twice a week here. But just from talking with most of the faculty here that they kind of shared, I mean, most of them have it though. I mean, they got it way back in March or something like that. And so when it came out for teachers, a lot of them got it. And so they wanted to make sure that they were being safe as well.
Okay. So la pregunta es que si hay un protocolo para que los maestros y los empleados se hagan la prueba de COVID y que se pongan la vacuna. Y ahorita sigue siendo un protocolo, sigue siendo algo privado, o sea, porque su salud es su salud privada. Entonces, lo que sí sabemos, entonces los maestros pueden decidir ponerse la vacuna o no, o hacerse la prueba o no. Obviamente, si se sienten malos es igual que cualquier persona, no vengan a la escuela. Pero lo que sabemos, nomás ya hablando con los maestros, es de que la mayoría, si no todos, ya se la han puesto desde marzo.
Perfect. All right. Another question right here. We're talking about drop off right here. And I know Naomi's asking about that. Is it going to be the exact same thing where they can't make that return and they can't get out of the car? I think it's always safe that we do the most minimal contact, right? I think that's just always going to be best right there. And so the only exception that we made back in April and May was for kinder and below, right? And so kinder T came in preschool, and you guys had a separate gate over there. And so I think that worked out really well. But for all other parents, we just had them just drop them off, and they lined up right here, and we just went right there. And so that's the policy that we're going to continue.
So la pregunta es que si van a seguir las mismas reglas de cuando salga uno, no darle para la izquierda, no bajarse del carro. Y definitivamente nosotros pensamos que seguridad es importante, ser usando mucho safety. Así es que vamos a tratar de seguir lo mismo que hicimos, que los padres se quedan en el carro y sus hijos van a ir al carro. Obviamente hicimos una excepción para TK, preschool y kinder, que sí dejamos a los padres que fueran al gate del lado norte, pero por mayoría es para safety, porque si la gente está bajando, es cuando pues, alguien se puede atropellar, etcétera, un alumno se puede atropellar.
Another question is, what about the first day of school? You know, especially, you know, first, second, third grader, they don't even know where the classrooms are. I know that can be a little stressful right there. I mean, it kind of makes sense to even know that, I mean, we're all going to be here together anyways, outside, even in the classrooms, for back to school night. So I can see it's making the first day of school an opportunity. If you do want to walk your child to the class, we can most definitely do that. But we just want to have you guys go into the classroom. You can just kind of walk in there. You know where the classroom is, and then they can go from there, okay?
So yes for all grade levels?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, el director acaba de decir que si por algo su hijo no es nuevo en la escuela o sienten que hay un tipo de ansiedad, etcétera, el director va a hacer una excepción para el primer día de escuela. Si lo quieren caminar para la puerta del salón, lo pueden hacer, pero no quería adentro del salón, no, pero definitivamente la puerta. Pero si sus hijos ya han venido a la escuela, se sienten bien, pues que ellos entren por su propia voluntad.
Question over here?
¿Cuándo saber quiénes son los maestros de mis hijas y en qué clase quedan?
Question is, la pregunta es ¿cómo pueden saber quién es el maestro de sus hijos y en qué salón van a quedar? So,
How will they know about the,
the question in English is, how will you know who your scholar's teacher is and what room you're going to be in?
Perfect. So there are two ways that you can find out. If you want to find out like right now, you can just go on your Parent Q Connect app right now. And once you log in and go to your child, just click on enrollment, and then it'll tell you the teacher's name is actually under counselor for some reason, but that's going to be the child's teacher. Or we just mailed out everybody's teacher, and so that should be coming in the mail any day now.
So, hay dos maneras para saber quién es el maestro de su hijo y qué salón, el maestro de su hijo y qué salón va a estar. Si se meten a la aplicación que se llama Parent Connect o Student Connect, si se meten ahí what's the tab called? The tab of the app, what's it called?
Parent Connect.
no, but what's your end?
Go to enrollment.
Se van al tab donde dice Enrollment, que viene diciendo en qué clase están. Y ahí va a decir el maestro y va a decir qué salón. Ahora, el maestro no dice maestro, dice consejero. No sabemos por qué, pero los maestros de sus hijos salen como los consejeros de sus hijos. También les va a llegar por correo. Pero sí, definitivamente, si no se han metido a la aplicación Parent Connect, es una cosa que les pedimos que por favor lo hagan. Si necesitan ayuda, pueden pedir. Les podemos ayudar. Así es para que así pueden ver luego toda la información de sus hijos. Que está pasando, por ejemplo, si lo marcaron ausente, ahí va a salir. Y la calificación ahí va a salir, ahí sale todo. Las vacunas y todo, nomás de su hijo. Y si tienen hijos en varias escuelas, también salen ellos. Si tienen uno en Kaiser, otro en Summer, etcétera. Cuando usted se mete en el Parent Connect, los ve todos, con toda la información de todos sus hijos. So in English, basically what I told everyone, if you haven't already signed into Parent Connect, we really recommend that you do that as soon as possible. If you need help doing that, we can definitely help you guys out. Because in the Parent Connect app, you can see stuff like absences, with your scholar marked absent, and you know they were here. Also, you can see like a grade, you can report cards. If you have more than one scholar, like maybe you have scholars in Summit High School, you can see all your scholars on that one Parent Connect, and you can see what grade they have in each one of the classes, and you can really have a good conversation. So we really recommend make sure you get on Parent Connect, and it is available as an app. Go ahead, ma'am.
First of all, thank you for that. A lot of great press along with class. I realize for that. You only hear for TK, so you missed kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, oh, I don't remember anything. So I was kind of giving a little anxiety. My second question is, I have also preschool coming in. So what is the orientation for that?
Well, that's a good question right there. I'll have to refer you to the preschool department Because they pretty much just kind of like use the space here. We don't do a lot of things with the teacher in the program. So would you be able to contact the preschool department? Yeah, and then
So
they
it'll be
can
the
give.
school, right? It's not.
It's not through our school yet, so they pretty much just use the facilities here, but they have a whole nother department that runs everything. Yeah. Alrighty, of course.
So, el comentario de la señora es de que muchas gracias por el director haber permitido que si por algo su hijo necesita que entre con él, porque dice que su hijo vino aquí, pero no vino a kinder y él se lo va a ayudar que no sienta la ansiedad de poder ir a su clase. Y luego tuvo una pregunta de preschool, aquí hubiera sido empezar, pero preschool es una entidad diferente que nosotros. O sea, nosotros somos de kinder a 6º grado y preschool usa nuestra escuela como parte de su escuela, pero en realidad si tienen pregunta de preschool, se lo hacen al departamento de preschool.
All right, well, we do have a quick field trip planned. It is going to be quick, but if you do need to leave, we understand. But we actually wanted to show you a few little projects that we've been working on over the past year and a half. So if you want to join us, and like, I'll just bring the computer with me, guys, so you guys can kind of see through there. But we're actually going to go to a new program called Pacer Productions. We're going to go in the room right now, which is right next to the library. So we're all going to stand up and go to your right. We're going to go straight through these doors, through the library, and whoop, we're going to go right over there. So feel free, it's either come with us or if you need to leave, understand.
Ok, que alguien tiene apuro, tiene que ir a hacer algo así, porque ahorita vamos a tener un field trip. Por esa puerta les enseñamos la siguiente parte.
All right, guys, come on down. There you go. Let me just go like that. There you go. All right.
But I know we were informed by the teacher. Okay, I'll help you out.
You got it right there? All right. Muchas gracias. All right, guys. You guys are still with me over there? Okay, guys. Okay. What's up, dude? Oh, we have normal temperature right there. That's good. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and keep going through here. Let's see. The lights on. Oh, well, that's fine. Come on down, guys. Oh, yeah. Don't mind all the cool little books in here. You can squeeze in right there?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Come on down, guys. All right, online folks, how you guys doing over there? You guys doing good? All right, perfect. We'll let you guys see what's going on up in here as well. Come on in, guys, just try to just go whoop. Yeah, I think we could all kind of squeeze in here. Give you guys a little there. It's a little set. And we have also on this side as well, a little news anchor disc. All right, and then we have a bunch of studio lights over here. There we go. Yeah. Keep on coming through, guys. Yeah, if you guys just want to come on the second row, maybe like whoop, whoop. All righty, come on down. Cool beans. Yep, you guys just keep going now like a second row. We still got some people right there. Perfect. All right, I just need Mr. Rodriguez. We can. Oh, I think he's coming right there. All right, perfect.
And action.
All right, all right. I'd like to welcome you guys to Pacer Productions, which is basically the first elementary school's real studio. I mean, there's some other elementary schools, they got like not even half of this, right? But Mr. Rodriguez and I are really thinking about what is something that kids really are geared towards and what is a lot of our networking and things going on in our world, which is basically a lot of video production stuff, right? You see TikTok, you see YouTube, you see all these social media sites. Video is a huge proponent that we use today, and to have the confidence to not just be behind a camera, but also the pre-stuff to even prepare for a video, and the scripting, and the this right here is a teleprompter, right? So kids are going to be learning to read fluently and to practice it, rehearse it. So it's almost like preparing, right? And then also doing editing, which is that's what we have over here. So basically, what you're looking at right here is a legit experience that the kids are going to get in video production.
Ok, bienvenidos a Pacer Production. Somos la primera escuela del elemental que tiene un salón así de tipo de producción. O sea, hay escuelas que tienen cámaras y una que otra cosa, pero aquí tenemos algo profesional. Aquí van a ver como entrevistas. Estamos esperando el sofá. Si han visto los shows cuando entrevistan y alguien está sentado en el sofá, y vamos a tener eso ahí. Y aquí va a ser como tipo así como de noticias, bien suave. Entonces, pero sus estudiantes no nomás van a poder aprender cómo ser actores, también van a enseñarse cómo operar las cámaras, se van a enseñar cómo hacer la luz, se van a enseñar cómo poder editar. Ahí tenemos computadoras en la pared que pueden editar todo el video para que salga, porque sabemos que en este mundo hay muchas carreras, y de las carreras hay youtubers, ¿verdad? Hay youtubers que hacen millones de dólares, hay gente que son muy exitosos en la carrera de video production, y les queremos dar ese tipo de oportunidades que ni una otra escuela elemental tiene.
Perfect. So this is one of those things. Oh yes, go ahead.
Can the moms also come and kind of pose and...
You know your moms love your little filters, right? I know that. So we really want this to be, I think you just explained in Spanish, but this will be the traditional news anchor kind of desk where the students and the scholars are going to be doing morning announcements. And this side over here is going to be our set. We're just missing just a little armchair right here. But this right here will be a set where scholars will learn to host a show and do interviews. So a lot of this is building scholars' confidence. It's their oral speaking skills, but there are so many things that are going to build their skill set. And again, this is not for everybody, right? And like we understand this is just one kind of part where maybe some scholars are going to gravitate towards it, and then maybe they'll go into the video industry.
O sea, lo que acabo de presentar es de que aquí es donde van a ver, así como les expliqué, aquí van a ver entrevistas, que entonces se pueden enseñar a cómo entrevistar. Vamos a estar invitando gente que venga a que se entrevisten, pero no nomás eso, también pueden aprender cómo leer muy bien, porque aquí es donde subo las... ¿Se han visto cuando hay un programa? Están leyendo, aquí van subiendo las palabras aquí y van leyendo, dice el teleprompter. Se van a enseñar cómo leer, se van a enseñar cómo comunicar, se van a enseñar cómo poder trabajar en cooperación con todos. Ahora, no todo el mundo, sabemos que no todo el mundo va a querer hacer esto, pero les queremos dar la oportunidad que si les gusta, que se puedan experimentar con eso. We have a question?
Yeah. Is this a volunteer class or is it a mandatory class?
Good question right there. So we're going to be working with all of the teachers, and we're going to do a school-wide enrichment time, meaning that scholars, they're going to through a process that we're still figuring out, but we're not sure if it's getting through assessment and also maybe even getting help from the parents though, but really determining what do kids actually want and what do they actually like. And so kids who want to be in here during that enrichment time, they'll be able to have an opportunity to not just do it during the school day, but we're also going to have a club after school. And so it'll be kind of both right there.
So la pregunta es que si es obligatorio. Y absolutamente no es obligatorio. Ahorita lo que estamos tratando de saber son los intereses de sus hijos. ¿Qué es lo que les gusta hacer? Por ejemplo, a lo mejor les hacemos un tipo de survey. Pero, por ejemplo, si también posiblemente les podemos hacer un survey a ustedes. Ustedes pueden decirnos qué es lo que a que sus hijos les gustan para nosotros poder dar algo, posiblemente no sé, eso, algo diferente para que se puedan desarrollar.
Perfect. All right, so this is the first one. We want to show you on a second project that we've been working on. So we're going to go out through that back door, and then we're going to make a right, and then we're going to go left.
Hey, hang on, what do you guys think? Has anyone given you input yet?
Oh, no input yet. Yeah, so
¿Qué piensan de eso? ¿Qué es lo que están pensando? What's going on? Ustedes son nuestros primeros clientes ahorita.
No.
What do you think?
High five for the decor, I mean, it's amazing, and actually, I mean, I feel very proud too, for my son to attend this school, that you guys, this is the first elementary school. And that's true, I mean, we have COVID, they were at home, videos, YouTube, I mean, it's a big part of their lives now, so I think it's gonna expose them, and they're gonna be able to see how it actually works.
Dice que está muy orgulloso de que su hijo va a venir a esta escuela, que tiene todo lo que tenemos aquí, que hemos trabajado muy duro.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, snaps, we have some questions over here.
Oh, by the way, right here, I don't know if you guys know.
Hold on, guys, sorry about that. I just saw this
This
question.
one is, this was New York City, right? This is New York City, so part of our goal, parte de nuestra meta, es que tengamos ventanas que se juegan. Entonces hicimos ventanas, pero estas ventanas no son para estar acá arriba. Para que cuando uno lo vea, parece que uno está viendo para Nueva York, pero en realidad no. Pero también tenemos Nueva York, también tenemos San Francisco y también tenemos Chicago atrás de ustedes. So podemos ir cambiando las ventanas para cuando estemos presentando haya una escena diferente. También tenemos pantallas negras, pantallas verdes. Con una pantalla verde uno puede poner cualquier cosa atrás. O sea, la pantalla verde uno puede desaparecer usando en los programas y puede poner cualquier cosa. Uno está volando, etc. Any other feedback?
I'm in senior high school and we have TV production as well. I know that in TV production, they also edit the videos. Will they be doing that or no?
Right behind you right there, we got some editing computers right there. And so we're not going to be using the professional grade stuff like, what do you guys do there?
Adobe.
Like Adobe, After Effects and all that kind of stuff. So like we're using something a little bit step down, call it Filmora. But yeah, so they're going to most definitely be using that kind of a grade.
Oh, okay. I love that app. It's perfect.
It's great. Okay. All right. Good.
Mentor here, huh?
Are you actually in the program over there?
I was. I'm a junior this year. I won't be taking it, but I did take it. It was fun.
Oh, sweet. Okay, nice.
So what do you think about us offering it at such a young age?
It's perfect. That way the kids know what they want in middle school and high school.
So Yesenia dice que ella va a Summit y que en Summit ella estaba tomando un curso de este tipo de producción y que se le hace súper padre y que si vamos a tener aquí programas para poder editar, dijimos que sí, las computadoras están ahí atrás. Dice que es suave, que se le hace muy interesante. A ella le gustó mucho la clase y le pregunté qué le parece porque lo estamos haciendo a una edad tan chica y dijo que se le hace muy buena idea que a esta edad puedan saber si es algo que les gusta hacer. No queremos que sus hijos ya tengan 18 años y apenas estén pensando qué es lo que quieren hacer. Like, we don't want your scholars to be 18 and still trying to figure out what they like and what they don't like. We certainly believe that it is our responsibility to help your scholars look within themselves in a group to try to figure out what are your things that you like to do and giving them maybe possibilities, right? Because they're so young that they may not know yet. They don't have the experiences. But if they they may say, man, you know what? I like working with lighting. That's what I like to do. There's a career in lighting. Show business spends hundreds of millions of dollars just in lighting. Maybe they want to operate a camera. There are hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe they like to edit. Maybe they want to be you just never know if the exposure is not there. And our goal is to give the exposure So they can decide, you know what, it's cool, it's not for me, or you know what, I think I just found something. And if they can find that out at an early age, where they can continue doing that, I mean, you have some $1 million kids that, you know, that on YouTube that do like toy, what do you call it, toy reviews, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and we're open to, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yes?
I overheard that this finger production is from third grade to sixth grade. Will there be any changes or problems in that?
Is it 36 or 46?
What's that?
The basic production.
Well, so I think that we want to try to build a model where even younger kids can be in it. I think we're gonna, just as a starting point, I think we're gonna start with 4 to 6, and then what we'll do is that once we have a baseline, and then we want to figure out more like how can we include more scholars. And so you know, because even if you look at this kind of like equipment as far as like the cameras go, I think I'd want to get maybe some a little bit more simpler ones for like a kindergarten kid, you know, maybe like a GoPro or something like that. So we're going to work with our district on that so we can get those kind of resources as well.
Yeah, so as far as I know, in Fontana Unified, nobody has ever really done this at this scale in an elementary school. So we're kind of like, you know, we're trailblazing, we're leading the way. So we're still trying to figure things out. So we thought that maybe 4 to 6 is a little easier to get started, but definitely we don't want to close the door on anybody if somebody has an interest. And once we figure it out the way we're supposed to, right? Because we're all learners. You guys are learners with our scholars. We all accept the responsibility of learning every day and making mistakes every day too, of course, right? So, but once we figure it out more, we can definitely find ways of incorporating, maybe like I said, with equipment that's a little easier. Or maybe, shoot, maybe they're just as good to operate that as anybody else. I mean, we don't know.
That's
right?
probably true. Yeah. Well, I know time is running out right now, so we just want to take you to one more last spot here. So we're going to go out through this door, and we're going to make a right, and then we're going to make a left. That's what we're going to do.
All right, we're going to room 5, right?
Yeah, we're going to go to room 5. There we go. Room 5.
All right.
Woo, all right, guys, let's do it. Oh, and this is Chicago right here. And so like we'll be able to like change it out. So if we want to change it, we could just kind of take out the hook. Go for that. Oh yeah. What's up, my online crowd? How you guys doing? Oh, it's kind of bright. Okay. I appreciate you guys staying with us here. I appreciate all the questions. Let me see here, Nicholas. Are there any students enrolled in the VLP? Yes, there are scholars enrolled in the VLP. It can happen at any time about the, yeah. So basically, if you do change your mind, or you know, after a month, a week, or whatever, you can transition from the VLP back into our on-site here. So no problem right there. Okay. And we would love that. It's beautiful, crepe myrtles, huh? Beautiful, yeah. Hey, dude, so what grade are you going into now? What grade are you going into?
4th.
4th grade. Wow, dude. That is crazy.
I thought for some reason I was thinking 5th.
Well, that's actually good. It goes down. You're like,
Yeah,
don't get too old right there. Yeah.
I was thinking 5th.
Oh, what's up, Miss Combe? Miss Combe is off the Frizzle, guys. You guys have met Miss Combe. Is everybody over here? All right. So what Mr. Rodriguez and I had in mind when we came up with this idea was, you know, motivation is important, right? You know, motivating kids to want to be in school, and what are things that they can work towards. And most schools, what they do is they like buy like, you know, little toys, they'll buy like little trinkets, and that kind of, you know, like is okay, right? But we thought, what do people really enjoy doing? And that is having authentic experiences with their friends, right? they love it when their friends come over and they can just hang out and they could do fun stuff together with other people because we're social beings. We said, how can we provide an environment where kids can earn time with their friends during recess, something that's unique, something that they actually want to earn towards. And so it's not done yet, but we want to show you guys what we call the Raceway Game Room.
So, lo que dice el director es de que nosotros sabemos y hemos estado platicando muchas veces cómo podemos motivar a sus hijos, a nuestros scholars, como le decimos. ¿Cómo los podemos motivar? Porque sabemos de que son niños, ¿verdad? Y hay que darles algo para trabajar y un premio. Y claro que les podemos dar una bolita y sí les gusta, ¿verdad? Cuando con su dinerito aquí de la escuela que compran un juguetito, algo así. Pero ¿qué más de eso? ¿Qué les gusta a sus hijos hacer? Les gusta la convivencia, ¿no? Ahora quiero ir a la casa de mi amigo, o que quiero estar o que venga mi amigo a la casa, o queremos pasar un tiempo juntos. Entonces...
Oh, they're very nice, guys.
No hace nada eso. Entonces, ¿qué experiencia les podemos dar para que les podamos premiar para que ellos quieran seguir adelante? Y les vamos a dar el Raceway Game Room.
All right, here we go.
Oh, y todavía no está terminado. So.
It's not done yet. Come on in, guys. I'm going to go get the lights. Yep, here we go. Come on in, guys. Oh, come on in.
Can we try them out?
Of course, yeah. We're gonna play in a minute. Yeah, we can do a little competition. Let me turn on the air. It's getting kind of hot in the other room too. You gotta turn them on. Let's see. Yeah, see, like we actually just painted in here. Like we still gotta put everything back in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. You guys can kind of walk around, look around. All right. So for my audience right here, we have a basketball competition, which by the way is my favorite. And then right here we have ski hockey. And then we have a foosball table. We have this huge life-size Connect 4. We have our Chuck E. Cheese store over here. And this is just a part of it. Like, this isn't even everything. And most of the stuff is behind the whiteboard. And then we have a foosball right here. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so as you guys can see here, we have a couple of games. We have our cool foosball. We got, not table tennis, what's it called again? Ping pong, there we go. We have air hockey right here. We have my favorite, the basketball game.
And I never make it.
Okay.
And we have Connect 4. And what's cool about our pit stop, that's what we call our store over here. It's called Pit Stop. And so scholars, they earn what we call right here our scholar dollars. And so the teachers, and actually not just teachers, but like everybody like in the office and they will give these to scholars when they meet our school-wide expectations. So if they're respectful, responsible, make right choices, or if they're relentless. And so they're saving them.
When I finish, what is going to happen?
And so what we're going to do is that they will be able to buy time in here during their recess or their lunch on certain days that we have, one of our faculty in here. And now it's something that they can have a cool experience with friends.
Who knows what we call teachers, the custodian, the principal? What do we call ourselves? Who knows that word? You can pick somebody.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are relentless as Almond Pacers, but we call all of the adults a certain word. Oh, wow, like you already head start right there. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Staffalty. That is right. We are the Staffalty. That is correct right there.
You have any questions?
Oh, well, and then just to kind of share what else we have in our vision here. In that back wall over there, that entire big, long black wall, we actually have 5 TVs over here. See how they're all in the box still. So Sal and I, or Mr. Rodriguez and I, we're actually going to install them tomorrow. So we're going to install all 5 TVs on the wall. 4 parents have donated their own child's game system. not a brand new one. There's like something like, oh, here's a PSP like 2 or something like that. But we do have some older game systems, and so we're going to connect those here. And so that'll be also an opportunity for kids to have fun as well.
I actually donated an Xbox and I was told that it was black.
like
Okay. Entonces, recuerdo aquí tenemos obviamente es como hockey de hielo, tenemos.
Let me see the questions here, guys.
Y tenemos fútbol, que es el soccer. Tenemos Connect 4 para los niños más chiquitos. El basketball. Arriba vamos a poner LED lights. Vamos a poner black lights. Aquí va a estar como oscurito. Y en esta pared acá, ahí ven 5 televisores. Vamos a poner 5 televisiones aquí. Y en cada televisión vamos a ponerle Bluetooth headphones para que cada quien tenga sus headphones. Y vamos a poner un tipo de console. Tenemos un Xbox y diferentes tipos de equipos para conectarlos. Más que tenemos 4, todavía nos falta otros. Si ustedes tienen una console que no usan y lo quieren donar a la escuela o tienen juegos, etcétera, lo pueden donar. Entonces aquí van a ver almohaditas para que estén jugando video games allá, otros jugando aquí, otros allá. Va a haber música. La maestra va a estar aquí con ellos y les va a estar vendiendo usando los $1. Ahora antes de que se vayan, les vamos a dar a cada quien un $1 para que empiecen, porque para que van a empezar a hacer su dinero para que compren sus cosas. También van a poder, normalmente, por ejemplo, que tengan perfect attendance, ¿no? Que se pueden ganar, entrar acá adentro, que lean. Ustedes saben que la lectura es súper importante. Alguien que ganó la lectura les toca aquí, pero también les damos la oportunidad de que compren el pasaje para poder entrar acá adentro y posiblemente $50, etc. No sabemos cuánto vamos a cobrar. Es que los boletos también son muy importantes y también puede comprar cosas allá. So basically, like Mr. McCaffrey said, we're going to have TVs up there. We have 4 consoles. If you guys have any other consoles you guys want to donate, we will take it. We have games you want to donate, we'll take them. We're going to have that set up with Bluetooth headphones. We're going to have everything mounted on the wall. We're going to have LED lights on the top. We're going to paint the top black. We're going all the way. We had a conversation. Should we put black paper or should we paint it black? And what do we decide?
You know what? We want this to forever be a game room. So we're going to paint it black right there. That's what we do.
You put paper to yank it down. We want this to be like, they'll be like, it's easier just to keep it a game room. I don't want to paint these black white again, right? So we made this an official game room, and we're going to have black lights, we're going to have music. It's going to be a party room. It's going to be a room where your scholars are going to come and they're going to really enjoy. And after what's that? We could be the first to, now, there may be awards, right? Like reading is super, super important, right? That's like the foundation to all of your scholars' education. So there are competitions, right? Like first grade are competing against each other. They may win. When they win, they'll win some time in here, right? Or maybe they're competing, maybe it's perfect attendance or different things that they're trying to do to compete. When they win, they get some time in here. But also, Mr. McCaffrey is kind enough to say that there'll be times where you can pay your way in using these cool little scholar dollars, so you can make your way in here and enjoy this time. And that's all. That's what we want to use that for your scholars to, first of all, get excited to be in school. But not only be excited to be in school, but want to do what they know that they can do, right? To be motivated, to want to push forward. And so we do our part to try to, extrinsically, right, with doing stuff like this, to get them excited, because we know that the benefit is going to be for them, for all of you guys. So, and it's fun for us too.
Yes, it is. Okay, so one of our guests, Vanessa.
Oh,
yeah, a question right there. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
So, not asking a question, but what exactly will that time be for the
It's going to be during, because we don't want to take class time away, because we know that that's for their learning. So it's going to be either during their lunchtime or their recess.
Okay.
And so, but we're going to have designated days where say, hey, we're going to have a game room day, like in 5 days. If you have the $20, come to the door during your recess, and then you can pay your way in.
Okay.
Yeah. So somebody asked, what game consoles do we have right now? Just in case someone wants to donate one. So let's bust them out, and let's see what we actually have. And these are all donated by parents, which we really appreciate. So this is a whole set here. It looks like it's a Wii right here. So this is a Wii. It's got all kinds of games in there. So that's one of our systems. We have a Wii.
This is the Xbox.
We got one or two.
One. That's all the wiring there.
So that's an Xbox. this is another Xbox. I'm not sure which one this is. Is this Xbox S or which one is this?
Get off.
I can't tell which one it is. But anyways, okay, so we have another Xbox. We have two Xboxes, one Wii. Is that it? And we also have a PS something. I think it's a PS2, I think. So it's kind of like an older model. But we have two Xboxes, one PS2, and one Wii. So we actually do need at least one more game console because we have 5 TVs. And so if you do want to donate, we really appreciate it. What's up, bud? We gotta go right now? Okay, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys. I'm coming out.
All right, well,
So.
give me a call, girl.
All right, right.
All right, actually, everybody gets what you get.
All right. Are there any questions, guys? And then we're gonna go ahead and dismiss.
Right there. Anything else, guys? They're all gonna be running out right now.
Oh, so we're getting scholar dollars out. Oh, everybody gets a scholar dollar. Okay, well, for those that are online, I'm sorry about that. If you do want your scholar dollar, come see me on the first day of school and say, hey, I was at the orientation. I'll make sure to give you a scholar dollar.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it, guys. Hey, we'll see you guys all next Friday, okay, guys? For the most epic first day of school ever. All right.
Thank you.
Of course, guys.
So we'll donate PS4. So we'll just.
PS4?
I'm just waiting for the PS5 to become available because
That's
we
like
worked
the.
really hard last year to
Okay.
earn it.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just waiting right now to be.
Okay, I didn't know that they're even coming out with that so quickly. They
Yeah.
came.
I think the delay is the chip. You know
The
how
chip,
we
yeah,
are-
no, man,
yeah.
they come from China.
Yeah. So that's once we those are in stock, we'll donate the
That's
PS4.
legit. Okay, all right, man. Well, we really appreciate it. I think the kids service really love it.
Okay.
Perfect, man. I think that is so generous and so selfless. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so there was a question about some safety stuff in here from Madeline. So basically, here's what's going on now. A lot of the safety guidelines have been laxed due to the CDC guidelines. And again, this is from our own district office, central office. And so some of the,
Thank you so much.
oh, you guys are so welcome.
I was in Almond
Okay,
Elementary.
just hold on quick.
I was in Almond Elementary. I was in Sequoia Middle School with you.
Oh,
and
that's
now
right,
I'm
yeah.
Summit as a junior.
That is so awesome.
You're the number one. Thank you so much.
Oh, man, you guys are so kind. Well, hey, we'll have a good year, okay?
You too.
Okay, Jolene, we'll see you on Friday, okay? Okay, so a lot of the guidelines have been laxed. So let me just go over what's the same. So we're gonna take temperatures when kids come in. Kids are gonna still wear masks. And that's basically what the same. The things that are different now is that because we're going back to full capacity, right? Like if you're in first through, TK and kinder can go up to 28. We don't go that high, but they can go up to 28. First through third grade can go up to 28 as well. Then when you get to fourth grade and third, fourth, and fifth, they can go up to 34. And then sixth grade is 34 as well. So, and so there's no restrictions to how many kids we're putting in we're going to go to a normal thing here. So right now, my fifth grade classes, they're both maxed out right now at 34. So basically we're not going to be doing any social distancing because it's not possible. It is not mathematically possible to distance everybody in a classroom when you have 34 kids in there. And it's not because we're choosing that. This is what the guidelines that we've been given from CDC that have been shared with us principals. I know that somebody else said that no, it's actually 3 feet, and so I'll verify that with our our associate superintendent. But though we're still going to do safety as far as cleaning classrooms, and so every day they're going to still come through with the fog thing, and it there's a mister that goes over every part of the surface, and then it kills anything. We also, in our air conditioning systems, we have these top grade notch filters that is 24 hours. Well, actually, when the air is turned on, it's cleaning the air as you go through. So it's actually safer to keep your doors and your windows closed, not open them up, because even the air that's cleaning is actually more clean than it is outdoors. And so that's happening. We still have the what do you call it? hand washing, right? So if they want to use hand sanitizer, every classroom has soap and a sink back there, so they'll be doing that before and after every lunch, before and after every recess, and then of course we'll be cleaning the materials between every time that the kids use them. But just kids can now actually be with each other now, right? So they can now play outside with each other. They don't need to wear masks outside now. They can actually rotate and be in small groups. So those are some of the similarities and some of the differences right there in our safety guidelines. So I hope that helped. If you have any further questions, I can most definitely help you with that. Let me see if there's any other questions that I possibly missed. I'm reading here from Miss Brusillo Lopez. Okay, all right. So thank you, Skates. All right, I like that. And Vanessa. So looks like we told you that we have our two Xboxes, one Wii, and one PS2. Let's see here. Anybody else have a question? Nope. I don't think I see any other questions. So, hey guys, thank you for joining. I'll stay online for another minute or so. If anybody has had any last minute questions, feel free to email me, call the office. We're back here every day, and get ready because we're going to have the most epic first day of school ever as we are returning back in person. So you guys take care and have a good evening.
Bye. Thank you for joining.
What's up, Ms. Suarez? Yes.
Just a clarification. I remembered over the last semester for the school year, I know you were helping me out with Alexia.